Hello, and welcome to our first episode of HypnoTalks. Today, I am joined by restaurateur and pastry chef Chad Caselli, who is going to share his weight loss journey with us and how hypnosis helped him to lose 110 pounds. Isn't that fantastic? So, Chad, welcome to our community. Firstly, what was it like to do a hypnosis session in person with me? No pressure.
Hi, thank you for having me. Yes, it was good. It was a good experience. It was deeply relaxing and it was a very new experience.
That's great. Can you share with us what happened during the session and how it affected your weight loss journey?
Yes, so obviously I got hypnotized for the first time. I delved deep into my subconscious, into my childhood self. And yeah, I was able to deal with things that happened when I was a kid. And I think it was emotions that I was holding on to.
That's perfect. We often see this in hypnosis, It can be a specific event in your childhood or multiple events that lead to weight gain in your adulthood. And I'm sure a lot of the subscribers in our community would like to know let me put it in a different way. What did it feel like to be hypnotized? Did you cluck like a chicken as we see in stage hypnosis, or what was it like?
No, it was nothing like that. I didn't know what to expect because I'd never been hypnotized before, but it was very relaxing.
There's a saying in the hypnosis community, expect the unexpected with every session. And as you heard, Chad did not cluck like a chicken. However, in hypnosis, if he wanted to cluck like a chicken, he could. That's right. You mentioned your childhood self. Could you explain what that means for you? What did you experience when you regressed back to that childhood self?
Yes, of course. So I went back and it was as if I was looking at myself as a child. And I was able to communicate with myself as a child. I was able to embrace myself as a child.
And what did your inner child need from you in that moment?
So my inner child needed to just be assured that everything was okay and just to have a nice warm and hearty hug, basically.
Would you be comfortable sharing with the community what happened to your childhood self?
Yes, so I was teased about my weight as a child, specifically by certain family members.
Okay.
And I held all of this in. So going back as an adult, I was able to tell my child or my childhood self basically that everything was okay and there was nothing wrong with me.
And that you were more than good enough.
And that I was more than good enough, definitely.
That's right. And you comforted that child.
Definitely I did.
That's amazing. And what did this teach you and how did this apply to your... Sorry for getting teary-eyed. When we do these sessions, so much comes up, even in the therapists themselves. What did this teach your adult self in the present, in the now?
The same lessons, so that I'm more than good enough, that no matter what, everything will be okay, and nothing is going to be too difficult to get through.
And then after the session, what did you notice? What was different after the hypnosis session we did?
Yeah, there was quite a lot. I looked at things in a different way. I think my confidence increased. I was able to handle criticisms better, and I just looked at myself in a more positive light.
And how did this translate to your weight loss? I mean, you lost 110 pounds. That is 50 kilograms. That is insane.
Yes, so the same thing, I approached food differently.
How so?
I wasn't using food as an emotional crutch.
Yes.
So emotional eating sort of subsided
Disappeared.
almost instantaneously.
Wow, that's impressive. So, on a practical level, what were the changes you made to your diet after the session?
Well, initially I started with intermittent fasting.
Wow.
And I was more conscious about my portions and also more conscious about eating more healthy.
In future, I'd really like to discuss more about intermittent fasting, portion control of these. I mean, with your background as a chef, you could really help our community for future episodes of HypnoTalks to learn more about these modalities that helped you, or rather, intermittent fasting is more of a modality on its own. Portion control is something we should all be practicing. What was weight loss like this time around? How was it different than you mentioned in our session that you had tried for years and years jumping back from diet to diet? How is this time different that you were able this time to successfully lose the 110 pounds and you've kept it off? What was different?
Yeah, so in the past I used to yo-yo basically. So I would lose the weight, pick it up, no matter what I tried. But this time around, I just lost it and kept losing and still managed to stay off. So I think emotionally I was ready for the weight loss.
I'm sure a lot of viewers at home are listening and wondering, was it difficult as a chef who loves food, especially a pastry chef, croissants, to lose weight? And did you still eat what you made?
Not too difficult, but approaching food was difficult. So coming as a classically trained chef, you cook with a lot of rich foods, a lot of butters and oils, and but making that little conscious change to what you're eating and consuming, it makes a big difference.
So now, if you were the most simple thing, if you were frying an egg, what would you do differently now than in the past?
So in the past, I would have probably fried an egg in quite a lot of butter. Now I'll use like a teaspoon of olive oil or some spray and cook. You get the same results, but
Like those coconut oil sprays, the non-stick sprays.
definitely.
So essentially, portion control, you're also watching your fat content, but you're more mindful.
Definitely more mindful.
So would you say that intuitive eating is somewhat your natural way of life now?
Of course it is.
That's beautiful. What advice do you have for others out there who are on the channel, they are listening to the weight loss hypnosis sessions daily? What advice do you have for those who are using hypnosis to emotionally heal themselves to be able to release this excess weight now?
I would say first and foremost, stick with it. Keep listening to the hypnosis. Connect with yourself and listen to your body. It will always tell you what it needs. So in terms of intuitive eating, you know when you've had enough. Your body tells you this.
And are there little hacks you could just leave them with for now? You're a chef.
Yes, little hacks like spray and cook, or using teaspoons of olive oil, or just measuring out your food in general. It helps a lot. It goes a long way. Watching your portions.
Okay, I've got a question for you because you're a restaurateur. I'm sure you've got dozens of diners who come in and out of your restaurant on this diet or that diet, or what do you think is the best diet, if any?
I've tried lots of different diets.
We will definitely have to talk about this in more HypnoTalks, yes.
At the end of the day, I think it just comes down to what works best for you. And regardless of what diet you do, you're still portion controlled. So, in essence, if you start with just portion controlling, anything will work.
Now, before I let you go, I just want others to feel or taste what is different in your life at the moment. Before, at your highest weight, 110 pounds ago, what was different about your life than it is now? How has weight loss helped your life? You know, before our session, you spoke about using 2 seatbelts on an airplane. I'm sure you're not using 2 seatbelts.
No, definitely not. Yeah, everything has changed about my life. Confidence, mobility, energy levels. Before, like I said, I had to get onto a plane and have to use 2. They had to bring like an extender seatbelt, which damages your confidence. It's quite embarrassing. Now that's a thing of the past, so I don't have to worry about having to shop at specialized shops for clothing. It's normal. I can go to normal stores. I can sit in an airplane with a normal seat. I don't have to put my car seat as far back as I had to before, because I can reach the seatbelt normally, or I can reach the steering wheel normally.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much for spending time with us and being so open and transparent about your weight loss journey. There's a sense of realness with you. And it's very hard when you're on a weight loss journey to find realness on social media, on websites, when everyone's trying to sell you a product. That's a big problem that I have with the so-called weight loss industry, because I come from a belief system that innately we know what we need to do to achieve health. I believe that our body is its own doctor. We don't need a weight loss pill or weight loss shake. We don't need to buy a whole weight loss program with meal replacements and all of this nonsense, when all the answers lie within us. And I thank you for being so real with us and giving people out there hope that they don't need to invest thousands of dollars to lose weight. They do not need plastic surgery to lose weight. What they need to do is figure out where the problem's coming from within themselves, what's happening, even if it means a hypnosis session, a therapy session, or just doing some of these free sessions online, doing self-hypnosis, self-work, and that they can change their lives as soon as they step into control.
Definitely.
I really look forward to having you in future HypnoTalks to discuss portion control, intuitive eating, and perhaps all the diets you've eaten. That will be very exciting.
Yeah, I look forward to it too. Thank you for having me.
Pleasure, Chad. Thank you for listening, guys. and I hope that you enjoyed our first episode of HypnoTalks. Much love and light from me and Chad.
Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And always remember, weight loss is free.
I like that, weight loss is free.